I want you to set yourself up where we sit onto the heels just as a starting point. And then what I want you to do here is we're going to start to bring the heels just on the outside of our hips. So we're going to make what looks like a W in our legs. So how I do that, just bring my feet out slightly. And then the aim here is to start to sit in between the heels. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm actually forcing my legs into an internally rotated position. Now, if this is quite extreme on the knees, what you can do is just hold the band for a little bit of assistance, and then obviously start to get a little bit lighter on the band as you add a little bit more pressure down through the hips. And then we just hold in this position. Now, especially if we're new to this, what you actually can find is that you get a little bit of a pinch in and around the knees, or even just a pulling sensation on the quads. Now, the thing here is this can take quite some time to start to get used to sitting in, because what you're actually trying to do here is to lengthen out not just the muscle itself, but the ligaments and cartilage. That's also going to take a little bit longer than the muscle just to get used to those lengthened positions. So don't overdo it from the start. Find a position that's just relatively comfortable. So it's, you know, you could stay there for a little bit of time, but it's not necessarily the most comfortable position. And then obviously the more we spend in that position, the easier it starts to become. So once we've got to, you know, a particular stage where this actually feels relatively comfortable and that we're not getting a stretch any longer, we can start to build a little bit of strength in this position. So we'll hold on to the band. Now what we'll start with is thrusting the hips up so that from my knee to my shoulder is in a nice straight line. So I have tension in my glute because I've tucked my pelvis, and I'm going to maintain that tucked position as I use a little bit of assistance from the band to lower me down just as low as feels comfortable. And then what I can do from here is I can either use the band to pull me back up, or it thrusts my hips to bring me back up. If that's easy, we go a little bit lighter on the band. Same thing again. We come down nice and low, and then I pull back up. Now the target is not to get your head to touch the floor. What I would like you to do is to really target the lower back, that we're maintaining that nice neutral-ish spine position, and that we've tucked our pelvis and then we're nice flat back. We're aiming to lower down as one rather than really extend the spine just to get my head to touch the floor. The reason being is I want to focus more on hip extension, so it's a lengthening of those quads. So now we're getting that added stretch position, but we're also training that muscle under load. So by lowering down, we're lengthening the quad, but then we're having to use our strength to get us back up.